I want to see you get excited and worked up for once.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you have tuned in to the adventures of Porno Man.
In my hot, wet, juicy, nasty,
Do what with your what?
on your knees.
Oh my.
Service me now.
I'ma grow up to be a dirty old man, kicking it up and still flirt like I can, pretending to drop shit to girls in the hand, and bend over to pick it up while I hurry get a glance up the skirt to see that pretty little ass, thinking things to embarrass in the ass, like who's at your butt? Oh, is that just how you cover your backs? Shall we shack now or shack later? Every hank's my flavor.
Okay, everybody, on my way home, bringing you the Entertainment Tuesday segment. I'm fairly happy. Like I said before, I finished a few things, and a couple of other things have showed up now on Netflix for additional seasons. So, for instance, Mad Men, the second part of season 7 is on Netflix now. So I got that to watch. There's a show called Sirens that is about EMTs, or paramedics as we used to call them. It's like a half-hour show, so I guess you can call it a situation comedy, but it's really good. It's got some interesting characters, and they're pretty funny while tackling some relatively interesting issues. So anyway, again, it's called Sirens. And there's Mad Men, and I'm still going with Nurse Jackie, Arrested Development, Z Nation, Longmire. So those are the things that are in my rotation right now. I'm still on the Expanse Book 2. Called Calderon's War, I believe it is. Is there anything else? So that there's going to be the new Jason Bourne movies coming out later this year, and it will have Matt Damon in it, so that's good news. On Sunday, Valentine's Day, 4 of us are supposed to go see Deadpool for Valentine's Day. Probably get something to eat and see Deadpool on that day. Come back home and go to sleep like the fat people we are. Anyway, is there anything else? Oh yeah, so one of the other books that I'm really into, and I own most of them now, is a series of books called the Arna Harrington Universe. The very first book is called On Basilisk Station, but the series has grown so huge, it's just called the Arnaverse now. Sorry about the background noise, but at any rate, so it's a military sci-fi novel. About this one woman named Arna Harrington and her style of command and how she deals with a variety of issues. But as the story grows, there are quite a few characters that are reoccurring. Some not all the way through, because a lot of what they deal with is war and people die. Some of those main characters aren't around for the entire time, but it grows and expands. There is so much to it. Now, I talked about this book, but keep in mind it is definitely not for everybody. It is definitely somebody who you gotta either be into military type dramas, to a lesser degree sci-fi, because there's a lot of science in it. But that's really about it, to be honest with you. Great book. Should you ever decide to get into it. I think that's pretty much it for it right now. I don't have anything else new really to talk about, just a continuation of what I'm doing. But next week I think there's going to be a few new things I want to talk that's it. And if you have any suggestions of what I should check out or watch, you want to ask me some questions about or discuss the things that I've already spoken of, hit me in the comment section, or hit up my contact details and we'll go from there. Alright guys, bye.
That mean you a dirty whore? Should have been me just telling you more to give a big throb and standing ovation. Guess I was just born to porn. Let me ask you something, baby.
Smack my ass.
Do I make you horny?
Smack my ass like you mean it.
Do I? Yeah!
Well, this Rio, and can she go? Jenny the song, I love a girl that swallows.
That had a answer. Yes, a bunch of mama said I'm too